The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the World Heavyweight
Podcast.
We're gonna make
The World Heavyweight Podcast.
great again. Nerd! Nerd!
Entering the ring at this time, your tag team champions of the podcast world, Howard Farewell. But we're just waiting for the wheels to fall off. Yes, 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 yes. Get rid of your six-sided ring array. Josh Rivera.
God does not want this podcast to happen.
You happy I brought my shovel to bury this segment?
What station is it again? Who gives a fuck?
Yabba dabba, shut the fuck up.
The World Heavyweight Podcast. The volume up. Oh, I got to talk about awards too, huh? I forgot about
I guess.
that. We were talking about that a little bit later. Welcome. It's Wednesday.
We're back.
At least when we're recording this. Probably Thursday, hopefully. You're one of those people that get it early, and you're listening to it early Wednesday evening. Welcome to the World Heavyweight Podcast. I'm Howie Farewell. That over there is Josh Rivera. Like the show. Follow us on Facebook. Facebook.com/World Heavyweight Podcast. If you're on Twitter, at the WHPC on Twitter. Same thing for Instagram. We're on there too, so you can see my stupid, nerdy weekends playing board games, going to shows, and the dumb things I decide to do with that. What are you looking at me weird for?
I didn't realize your activity outside the podcast was that awesome. Crap, man.
Yeah.
You got to be involved with me in your nerdy shit.
Well, were you going to come over to play?
No,
like, a
I will
4-hour
not.
board game?
No,
exactly.
no.
So what are you talking about?
I'm screwing with you. That's what's
All
going
right,
on.
good. Well, I would have invited you if you want to play nerdy board games.
No.
I
Roll the
doubt
credits.
it. Get out of here. All right, we're done, folks. Already? That was quick.
A lot to talk about today, this
There's
week.
quite
A
a bit
lot.
to talk about. But if you are listening to the show and you do enjoy it, whatever podcast aggregator you use, whether it's iTunes, Podcast Addict for you Android users, Stitcher, YouTube, give it a like, subscribe. Make sure you don't miss an episode by hitting that subscribe button. And then if you really like it, make sure you're telling your friends so you see that post go up.
Even if you
about
don't
the
like
episode, give it a tweet.
Even if you don't
Share
like it, complain to your friends. Maybe they'll give it a listen. You're like, man, this guy is such a jerk. Let's see what he's yapping about.
We'd prefer you give us a 5-star review.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And a comment. Awesome.
We're usually very good about responding back in kind. Like I'm very quick on that one. I may not tweet all the time because
No.
Twitter is kind of a cesspool of garbage.
Yes.
And I don't really like being there all the time.
Quote Kevin Owens. Yep.
See, we're topical.
Yes. I still love the story behind his profile picture on Twitter.
Which one is that?
It was the profile picture he's got right now. It was a screen grab off of WrestleZone where someone said, "This is a terrible screen grab for Kevin Owens. It doesn't look good." And he responds, "What are you talking about? I look amazing." And then he changed his profile picture to that.
Real quick, we've got a quick football update for the folks that we're going the whole way with this.
It's more depressing than an already
I'm still
depressing
mathematically
career.
eliminated from the playoffs,
Yes.
so no news for me. Though, and I know nobody else cares in the league because I'm out of the playoffs, I would have beaten everybody this week. I started a lineup like I would normally would, got 150 points. Nobody in the playoffs this week got 150 points, I'll tell you that.
Nope.
I may be a little bitter.
Just a little bit.
But making their way to the quarterfinals, Glorious 11, Josh has a playoff win. So good for him.
Good for him.
Won it on Monday night, too. It was fairly close that if he got a fumble or two or something or a stat correction wrong at it was only a 2-point lead, and he's lost 2 points on Thursday when there's no games on out of nowhere and got a loss.
How do I lose when I'm not? How do I get fired when I'm not even at work?
Right, exactly.
How do you get fired on your day
he
off?
lost
Yeah.
one to a Royal earlier this year by waking up on Tuesday. That's all he did. Everything was the same the day before.
Oh, you're here? All right, minus points.
And the house crushes the new face of America, 130-95. It was really no joke. Oh, by the way, our friend Meg said, "Fuck this! I shouldn't be in the first round in our other league," and put up 160 to like some ridiculous other point. She was winning. She was like she won by,
out of the water.
She was winning by 4 o'clock.
It was the equivalent of a squash match.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So going into the semifinal, Captain Fatbelly takes the bye into. I hope Josh gets crushed. Actually, believe it or not, I think my hatred toward his team and him talking shit far outweighs. Actually, can they tie and both lose?
I don't know. There could be only one, so take his freaking head off.
True. I just don't want either of them to win. And the Nerds for Braun, which was my front runner.
I like how you have so many comments for a match you're not even involved in. I'll be gets destroyed.
What the hell do we do on this show every week?
Yes. Shit talk.
It's exactly what the whole premise of this show is, to talk about matches that we have no business being in.
No. I mean, the percentile was there, but it has greatly expanded since you've been mathematically eliminated from the league.
Nerds for Braun takes on the house in their semifinal. That's going to be the match of the week. I'll say it right there. Nerds for Braun has been crushing everybody all year. He has been the monster among men. It very well could be.
Gave him an L.
It might just be Fat Bailey and Nerds for Braun because I think Glorious 11 lost his quarterback to a shattered knee.
Oof.
You saw that in the Eagles game.
Oh, yeah. When Wentz went down?
The Eagles quarterback blew up his knee. And
he's gone for the end of this season and probably all next season. That's a good year, dude.
No,
ACL?
He'll be around next season.
Yeah.
If he goes out now, a year from now, he's going to be back.
Put him right on the knife now. Get him back.
Yeah. Do that surgery tomorrow.
Yeah.
Start the rehab.
Get her done.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. Getting that. We only talk about the fantasy football stuff because we have the league.
You do.
Now, we had to get to things, but more importantly,
I like the shit talking aspect.
We have a guest on the show.
Yes, we do.
This week, she is your reigning, defending, undisputed Stone Cold Locks champion. You can hear her weekly on That Wrestling Podcast via at TWM. I say the dot. Why do I say the dot? I've said it like every time.
TWM.news?
I'm saying that's the website.
Yeah.
The ad handle is at TWMUK. And I fuck it up every time. I keep saying, want to say dot.
It's a good thing you're not in charge of the handle.
Exactly right. You can follow her at Lola_Bradbury on Twitter. She is Lola Bradbury. That means you can talk now.
I'm here.
She left the show again.
She's like, did they forget I was here? And she went to take a bathroom break. How are you, madam?
Really, again?
Yeah, I don't know.
Very,
You're
very
the one who
good.
always has to go to the bathroom.
Gosh. He comes.
See,
Boop.
we've already warmed
Stumbling.
Hang up on me, I bet.
Yeah, I know. Well, because you're breaking up on us. That's why. Anyway, a lot to talk about this week. We'll start. Do you want to start with bad?
Let's get the bad news.
Do you want to do bad news first?
Come on,
Good
bad news.
first.
Bad news. We got some. I'm afraid we got some bad
you have-
news.
Yes. No. Good or bad?
Bad. Might as well get it out of the way.
Hit the bad news sounder first.
Well, I'm
I'm
afraid
afraid
I've got
some
some
bad
bad news.
That was a shitty impression. But
Bad news in the form of a Senor Rich Swan. Unfortunately, over, what was it, Monday, Tuesday? Sunday, right?
It was Saturday night, Sunday morning. He had his opportunity revoked.
Yeah. The headline is WWE suspends Rich Swann after being charged for kidnapping and false imprisonment.
Yeah.
That was not a headline I was expecting to see in the history of ever.
The media is crazy when it comes to their headlines. It's just like,
Well, that's a legit headline, though.
I mean, it should have read WWE superstar arrested in domestic incident.
Yeah.
But they went with
details.
kidnapping and false imprisonment, which sounds like, what the hell did Swan do?
Yeah, and they WWE, as you may not know, they have a zero tolerance policy, especially given the Del Rio incident and other things before.
Yes.
It's no, nothing.
It's going to be...
You're going to be suspended until we figure out what the problem is.
Yeah.
And if you were the problem, goodbye.
Yep.
Pretty much what
I'm so glad that they immediately jumped on it, too. I have to give props to WWE for that, for jumping right on it.
I think they had to because Big News was picking up the story. Yeah. I'm like, what? Yeah. Oh, this is not good.
And especially now, given the climate where everybody's got the sexual allegations against them and all the craziness that's been going around, if you don't go out of the way and send that message immediately, it looks like you're condoning or hiding or any of that stuff too. So it's not good for Rich Swann.
No.
Let's just say that.
No.
But per TMZ Sports, police said Swann was driving home with his wife Friday when an argument between them escalated. Swann's wife is Verona Riggs, who's better known as Sue Young, very, very good independent women's wrestler. She was part of the WWE's developmental system in Florida Championship Wrestling for over a year before getting released in 2011. They were reportedly returning home from one of her matches when she decided to exit the vehicle they were in during the argument. Swann grabbed Riggs' arm, put her in a headlock, and attempted to get her back inside the car while she was screaming. During the incident, Swann did not put the car in park, and as a result, it rolled into a telephone pole. That's what, you know what? You could have probably got away with it if you put the car in park.
No.
And somebody didn't just see a car rolling down the street with a screaming lady and a guy choking her out following. Sorry.
The match continued outside the bar. Look, sir. Look, sir. Once you... Sorry.
Again? Say again?
Insert Scooby-Doo dramatic music.
I don't know, Scoobs. He had her in that headlock pretty tight. It's I don't want to laugh about it because like it's a very serious situation. Yeah. Like, dude, you got Mirandized, and then it says in the police report after he was Mirandized. Yeah. Look, like I didn't touch her like that, but I needed her back in the car because she had the smartphone with the GPS. Oh my God, that's got to be a lawyer's nightmare. It's like, oh Jesus, bro.
It's like you heard your rights. Say lawyer. Just say lawyer. That's all you have to say.
Yeah, it sucks on everyone's account, but you know.
Go ahead.
The thing is, overall, you really got to hope that, you know, she is okay emotionally.
Yeah,
that's the big thing.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll laugh and joke.
I'm not gonna.
I think I could do.
I'm not gonna say she's that great of a wrestler, but she's a tough cookie.
She's pretty good.
She's not that great. She's not that great. She's a tough cookie.
She does a lot of.
I hope that.
Matches, right?
I hope she does a lot of hardcore matches. I hope the two of them can figure something out and drop charges. Hopefully. Because no one really needs to go to jail for a situation like that. I sentence you to 3 years of marriage counseling.
They're saying that he could be sentenced up to 5 years if convicted. On the
you're not going to be able to convince him of that, sir.
He was also charged with battery and is being held at Toluca County Jail.
Grabbing your wife's arm is technically battery.
Yes.
Which, you know, hopefully, reading the police report, it doesn't sound like it was like that dramatic of a situation, but it's definitely a situation that needs to be resolved, and it needs,
How about that good news, Howie?
Yeah. Let's go to
good news, everyone.
Good news, everyone. That's right. First set of good news. Do you want to start in America or Japan?
Japan.
Yeah, why not?
Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
If you haven't heard, Chris Jericho has challenged Kenny Omega for a match at Wrestle Kingdom 12, which is January 4th. For all of you folks out there, go to NJPW World, right? NJPW World, right?
Yeah, NJPWworld.com.
Right.
What did he say? Did he say something about it? Did he do something about
he
it?
did a lot of things about it, sir.
Here's my new video, and here I'm in the ring with you.
He viciously attacks Kenny Omega. I can't even speak again. It's like
Jesus,
every
man.
time I get the mic in front of my face.
Viciously code breakers
Damn.
Kenny Omega, and to a crowd that was just like, oh my god, what the hell?
First off, holy shit.
Yeah,
Jericho's here.
He's here. He's in the ring now. You don't have to wait till January to see that. Bust Kenny wide open with his own title, and I think the crowd was behind him up until he wiped Kenny's blood on his face. I was like, oh, this shit just got real.
If you, we have shared it on the Facebook page for sure, including the greatest press conference I have ever seen. It's the greatest. We need. How great is it to go to a company where you can do whatever the fuck you want? Literally, just do what you want.
Do what you want. Say what you want. Just promote plug the service. That's all.
Heat.
Just
You want to get heat? You can say I can say and do whatever I want. Yeah, just don't punch any of the fans.
Okay.
All right.
I heard it. Can we talk about him flipping off a small child?
Oh, that's what he did? I didn't realize it was a kid.
Yeah, he flipped off a small child.
That's great. I did love the attack to Don Callis as well.
Oh, yes. He was just on his show like a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that's the other interesting news, which I'll get to again. Remind me about Don Callis. But then the press conference was great. You had Kenny because if you're not familiar with New Japan again, you can also go back and check out. I believe it's episode 101 where we do, or 100 or around there, somewhere around there, where we do a New Japan 101. And you can kind of get the lay of the land for New Japan. I think we might do that going into Wrestle Kingdom again this year. But anyway.
Give us something to talk about in January.
They do actual press conferences after matches and things like that, and to lead up to the events like they do in actual sports. Like they talk with like Tom Brady every week. They'll do that with Kenny Omega and Okada and everybody.
Yeah.
Especially if they have got big matches coming up. So they do the great promo with Kenny. He leaves. Jericho comes in, does a press conference too.
He gets about a sentence out.
Before
like the vicious attack, and then the table that's hurled at him, and Kenny just eats it right in the face.
it's everything you want a UFC weigh-in to be like.
Yeah.
Except they actually start fighting.
They don't want a UFC weigh-in where the fans are like, no, just fight right now.
Right. It's exactly that. Except awesome.
Yes.
I can't wait. If you weren't psyched about this show now or before, you should be now.
This should definitely have hit whatever fan that was on the fence about this,
yeah.
about this feud, about this match. They go, wow, this is actually getting quite personal. Are they going to main event?
No.
How much of a cluster would it be if they main evented over Naito? It was just like, really? I won the goddamn briefcase again, and you fuck me again?
Yeah. I like this idea. I don't think they're doing it, though.
Nah.
The thing with New Japan, I don't keep up with it as much as I probably should because I sleep like a normal person.
You can always watch it on
But this feud has me super excited, so I might put myself through staying up, but I'm not entirely sure. And plus, if you have ovaries, prepare to lose them seeing Jericho fight Kenny Omega.
Can I get that? Can I get that as an audio drop? If you got ovaries, prepare to lose them. So I'm going to say my next date.
There we go, folks. I think we're going to end on that one. No, we have Stone Cold Locks and everything to steal, too. Anyway, New Japan World is the place to go. I think they will be were they going to do it in America again, or is it just going to be New Japan?
What?
They have English commentary on the New Japan for this one.
Oh, they're going to have English commentary on New Japan World.
The way you can watch it in America, if you don't want to watch it live, Access TV will have it, I believe, that Friday.
Yeah, they're going to be releasing in a couple episodes.
They're going to do it as a full show. It's going to be like a 3 hour.
Full 4 hours?
Like 3 hours, yeah. Because they're going to take out the things that they don't need, so they'll put a bunch of the matches in, like your main event stuff. But yeah, you're gonna. It's like a 3 hour.
I got a better idea. Get New Japan World for Christ's sake.
For sure. You get the first month free, just like everything else, and then you can just check out a bunch of cool New Japan stuff.
If you just go back to last year, as successful as the show was, as far as Wrestle Kingdom last year, they were still only averaging, 10, 15, maybe 1,000 subscribers in the United States.
Oh, yeah.
They need to bump that number up. And the best way to do it is sign up for New Japan World. They give you the first month for free, man.
Yeah,
just do it.
And it's like $8 instead of the $10 that you get with the network.
Yeah, it's like $8.
I mean, it's a little bit of you have to deal with some of the Japanese and stuff like that. But there's a bunch of English content on there now. If you want the dubbed stuff, I would prefer little subtitles here and there. But hey, you can watch some great New Japan on there. I would suggest the G1, any of the Wrestle Kingdoms. You can go all the way back and see Nakamura even fight Brock Lesnar.
Absolutely.
Kurt Angle fight Brock Lesnar too, for that matter. But yeah, so final outside of the Raw SmackDown Clash of Champions in-ring news came out this morning. The WWE announced a very interesting thing that will be going on for a lot longer than even I was expecting them to do. They announced something called Facebook. Here's the headline: Facebook and WWE to launch live in-ring series called the Mixed Match Challenge exclusively on Facebook. That's huge news.
I don't know, man. How many subscribers did they have?
Oh, they have like 1 million subscribers.
No, they have like 35 million subscribers on Facebook.
35 million fans on
Facebook.
Yeah, that's massive.
That's how many subscribers they got. They got a lot of subscribers on their Facebook.
Why it's a big deal. We'll tell you what it is first. What they're doing is they're going to stream. It's going to stream live in the U.S. exclusively on Facebook on Tuesday nights beginning January 16th at 10 p.m. There's going to be a 12-episode series. It's going to add on Facebook Watch, which I guess is their new Facebook Live thing. Like they're calling their new video service, and feature WWE superstars from Raw and SmackDown Live rosters competing in a single elimination mixed tag team tournament to win $100,000 for a charity. Yeah, cool.
Of course,
sign me up.
I saw the news for that, it's. If they do it right, and I feel like they will, especially with the pairings, and it's supposedly being interactive, give me Asuka and Braun, give me Sammy and Carmella as a pair.
Ooh. Sammy and Carmella?
Yeah, because Sammy and Carmella, I think, were both announced for the thing.
That's. We'll get into that in a second.
Hey! Card subject to change, sir.
But.
Never mind Sunday, they're fighting for their jobs. Sammy and KO. Whoops. Whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Hard subject to change.
That's my biggest problem with it. They put out a tweet. It's like, hey, check out this thing. It's like, why is Sammy's face on there? Isn't he fighting for his job Sunday? Well, I guess I think we know who's sticking around.
Hey, either that or, unfortunately, Sami Zayn just went down with a weird viral infection.
So quotes from this story from their Chief Revenue Marketing Officer, Michelle Wilson. As we continue to expand our strategic partnership with Facebook, this new series Mixed Match Challenge jointly reflects our innovative approach to content distribution and fan engagement. This show will deliver action and excitement that our passionate fan base is accustomed to, while offering new production elements and social experiences that only Facebook can provide. As a leader in entertainment and innovation, WWE is an ideal partner to demonstrate how live sports viewing experience can be reimagined on Facebook Watch, which is true, because we talked about it, a few months ago, like sometime over the summer?
Yeah, it was over the summer. There was rumors of like, oh man, what if they did that?
There was a Bill Simmons podcast or story that came out where he was just talking about media contracts with the major sporting companies.
And how a lot of them are expiring soon. Or
well,
few are expiring.
The only ones that are expiring are the UFC and the WWE.
Yeah.
Everybody else is kind of locked in for about a decade.
Locked.
Right, exactly. So they're really not going to have any massive movements between networks and everything. So the only ones that would be the UFC, which is kind of tied up with Fox, and the WWE, which is with the USA and Universal. So this is them dipping their waters, their toe in the waters.
Dipping their waters?
Right, dipping their toes into the water of the whole moving away from TV in general. Because if this is even a moderate success and they throw some money at it, it's completely free. I'm sure that Facebook's going to try and get some monetization out of it besides the ads.
Never mind a lot of the negative responses were kind of just ridiculous. Mostly people complaining, "Oh my God, you're giving me something I used to watch at home for free on my phone and not the network." Well, yeah, there's got to be. They were
complaining that they were getting. It was like, "Oh, you're going to make an exclusive thing on Facebook? What about the people that pay for the network?" It's not about that, you idiot.
It's not about that right now. We're talking about trying out a new free platform that you don't have to worry about. Again, cord cutters don't have to worry about having a subscription that have to have cable.
Everybody's
anymore.
moving away from TV.
Everyone
you
is.
don't have to pay. You right now, in order to watch Raw and SmackDown, you have to pay for TV.
Yes.
Or you got to figure out a way through the internet to steal it. And
Ooh.
it's easy. You can do it. It's not. There's a fair amount of people that don't have USA Network that watch it via illegal streams on the internet, and they're not difficult to find if you really want to look for them.
We can let them sit there. We let them sit there and watch those streams, or we can get them on Facebook.
Exactly.
Where they don't have requires no work at all.
Exactly.
Oh, you just download an app.
And
Done.
I like the idea because it's like with Twitch, because they got this idea from the people over at Twitch, where you have the chat room open. You can interact. You can do quick fan polls.
Can you imagine telling Vince to suck it to his face?
Kind of. That's pretty much what it is. Like you have a direct line at that point to the people that are watching.
That are put on the shows.
Yeah. So you can. It's very interesting. And I was saying this on Twitter earlier at the WHPC on Twitter. This in 5 years, they're going to be all on the internet. We're not going to be watching TV to find money.
It's going to be Facebook or whatever social media and the network.
Yeah.
That's going to be it.
Yes.
I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah, and the thing is with that, it's exciting that they're actually dipping into the whole Facebook media thing, and with the network. And by the way, the thing with the whole WWE creative or whatever dipping into the Facebook media is you get that interaction, but also with the network that they keep screwing me over on pay-per-views, and they're no help on their customer service at all. So yeah, I pay $10, but screw you for your shitty customer service. But the thing is with that, and like you said, in 5 years, everything is going to move over. You won't need cable. Same with Hulu. You won't need cable. You won't need this or that. And if I would be more than willing to pay an extra $5 for the network if they moved over Raw and SmackDown to the network.
I don't think it's going to get to the network. I think the network is still going to be separate. But if they do the thing with Facebook, you have the free option to watch WWE all the time. Just like you used to, you have the cable, the USA or whatever. You have that free option, but then you also have the network to push the pay-per-views and stuff, because you still have to get a way to make money. The Facebook deal will probably be they'll get all the advertising money that they used to get through USA and Universal through Facebook, and I have a feeling Facebook is going to want to throw a ton of fucking money at it.
I'm curious, like, who's the bigger billionaire? Is it Mark Zuckerberg or whoever owns Universal?
Facebook.
It might be Mark Zuckerberg.
This is going to be Facebook. This is going to be Facebook's play to get into that realm. You know what I mean? Because they have this giant share of information and that dude just got nailed. He took it right in the teeth. Oh my god.
All right, man.
I'm sorry.
Let's Sports Center on. Let's Sports Center on, and there was a boating accident where a guy took a guy to the face. Oh, major distractions there. I have no idea what you're saying.
But also, it's ironic, like, at this point, 205 Live is like the redheaded stepchild that no one gives a shit about, unfortunately. It's like, hey, we're going to put this thing on the network at the same time as 205 Live. It seems ironic.
It's going to be on Facebook right after SmackDown ends, and if it's only, a 20, 25-minute episode,
20-minute episode,
you could put 205 Live on right on the network as soon as that's over.
Oh, okay. Then
It's still
there goes
doable.
my logic.
Yeah, it's only 20 minutes.
I
so
mean,
it's gonna be
yeah.
about a match.
Don't get me wrong. I had the same thought, like, how long is this going to be? And they're like, oh, they're only about 20 minutes. I'm like, oh, yeah, then that's still plenty of time because 205 Live is about a 40-minute show.
And you can catch it on demand.
Exactly, and it's on demand.
That would be interesting, too, how they work out an on-demand sort of system where it might just be available live on Facebook. And then, see, that's the thing, because now they wouldn't have to worry about the contracts with USA, because right now there's a delay on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown before they go to the network. It's like 2 weeks or so.
Yeah, it's almost a month.
It's the same thing we do over at Gas Digital Network, where if you want to watch live, if you want to watch live and get everything video and stuff, you pay the subscription, but a week or two later, you can get it for free. So it pushes the subscription and everything. But for this, you can get it free live, but you won't be able to watch it on demand unless you pay for, say, the WWE network. And then you can immediately, if you missed Monday Night Raw and didn't get a chance to watch it on Facebook, well, if you missed it on Facebook, well, sign up for the network, and then you can get everything on demand instantly. I think that would be great, and then you can just easily fast forward through the hot garbage messes.
Exactly.
And it's perfect for everybody.
They'll still push their 30-second ad, but you know what? You're going to need a break at some point anyway. And then this does eventually lead down the road to, we don't need a 3-hour show.
Right. And
hour and a half, 2 hours tops on some of these.
Make it easier on that side of things, too, because the scheduling is completely in your favor, because Facebook's not going to want to make a production team and people to do all that stuff. If you guys already know how to do this, yeah, do whatever you guys want. And it comes down to like the thing with everything on the internet. It's all content creators and people that just make their own stuff and put it out however they want it. And that's how you get cool shit, is when people just do the thing that they like to do in their way. And yeah, you get a bunch of hot garbage sometimes. But
how much is this going to cost me?
Nothing.
Exactly.
But do you think with if they would happen to move Raw and SmackDown Live over to Facebook, would it still be PG? Would they be able to fudge it a little bit?
No, I think they're a PG company, but
gives
them.
It's not going to change too much, but it does give them wiggle room. They don't have to worry about. They don't have to worry about as many commercial breaks. Good Lord, the amount of commercial breaks, or the hard outs, or the commercials they have to take. Like the last one they have to take before the third hour, that's mandatory. Well, we don't need to do that right now because we're in the main event.
They might have a little bit more wiggle room. I think they're going to be a PG thing in general, but there was that questionnaire that came out about a month ago, or that survey where they did have that question.
Would you guys like more adult entertainment?
And that could be something that they...
Lola goes, yeah, I like that stuff. Where do I sign up?
Context.
No, it could be. I mean, you never know. They might just do a secondary show like that or something. I don't know how they would work that out, because they want to kind of... They might give them a little bit more leeway with what they can and can't say, but it's very want it to be...
It's very exciting.
Because you don't really have to worry about FCC regulations or anything like that, too. So they're going to get their fucking claws into that, though, soon enough, I'm sure. Because they can't go anywhere without getting a goddamn...
Don't support
taste.
net neutrality. Ba-boom.
No, you do net neutrality, or else they could just charge us for what we're doing right now.
I wouldn't worry about that.
I would. They've done it in other places.
No, they haven't.
Yes, they have. In other countries, they've done it.
Because that's what they're used to. Look, they're only going to charge what you're willing to pay for. If you're not willing to pay for that, they're not going to make decisions. Anyway, moving off a topic, let's go back. Let's get this shit back on the road.
Let's get into Monday Night Raw before we get to our Stone Cold.
Do you want to? Final Battle is Friday.
Oh, right. Final Battle's Friday as well.
Yes.
We got Lola on, and she could fill us in on some of these details.
Good. Take off Final Battle. There you go. It's all you.
She's like, oh, great. I don't have it. I don't have my notes. Where are they?
Pretty much, yeah. I actually missed Ring of Honor last week, but I was filled in the week before last. There's been a thing going on constantly at the last Ring of Honor pay-per-view. Jay Briscoe attacked Bully Ray. Gave him a concussion, so on and so forth. Fast forward, Bully Ray in the ring said, I think my time is up. I need time for myself.
Right.
A couple weeks.
Retired
Fast forward. Then he said, I made up my mind. I'm retiring, but I'm still taking a backstage position at Ring of Honor. Jay Briscoe comes out and said, really, man, you're going to go out like a bitch?
Oh.
Ouch. First of all.
Oh, no.
It was like the insane Briscoes that we've all been wanting for a long, long time.
Correct.
And he goes to attack Bully Ray again. And Tommy Dreamer comes out first, tries to pull Jay Briscoe off. Mark Briscoe comes out, and it seemed like he was siding with Bully after the tag team split, the 6-man tag team split. And he said, what the hell are you doing, man? That's Tommy Dreamer. And Jay's still trying to beat the shit out of everyone in his path.
Because Jay Briscoe don't give no fucks.
Exactly. And he goes, what the you doing, man? It's Tommy Dreamer. And then Mark kind of looks at Jay. Jay kind of looks at Mark. Mark attacks both Bully and Tommy. So we get a Mark swerve. And holy shit, I lost my... Yeah, it was ridiculous.
There's a lot of good matches on this card. We've got the Briscoes versus Bully Ray and Dreamer like we got there.
Ospreay versus Taven, too, I think.
Yeah, I've got it in front of me. It's Taven versus Ospreay, a grudge match between the Addiction and War Machine. The six-man tag team championships are on the line, where you have at the Hung Bucks, which is Adam Page and the Young Bucks, versus Flip Gordon, Dragon Lee, and Titan. I don't know who Titan is.
Can I admit something real quick?
Yeah, sure.
I just got before we started the show, I was looking at the same thing. I just got the Hung Bucks joke. I'd hate to admit it, but it just happened. I'm like, oh, okay.
The television championship is on the line. Your television champion, Kenny King, goes up against Punishment Martinez, Silas Young, and Lola Talks Wrestling guest Shane Taylor. Tag team championships also on the line, with the Motor City Machine Guns defending against the Best Friends Beretta and Chucky T. And a dream match non-title, the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion Marty Scurll faces Jay Lethal. And your main event of the evening is the American Nightmare Cody versus Dalton Castle.
You were just trying to Shelton Benjamin that, weren't you?
No. Dalton Castle. Sorry. But I have to complain. Not at the overall product and card. Jay Lethal had a promo. He said, everyone's asking me, what do I want to do next? He wants to go after Cody Rhodes in that main title.
Sure.
Dalton Castle also wants to go after that main title. It's Dalton Castle's time, obviously, to get that title for a little while. But I have the worst gut feeling that, yes, it's going to be a good match. It's going to be a great match. But Dalton's going to lose, and then in comes Jay Lethal. I love Jay Lethal. He's an amazing talent. But he is that company guy. He's had his time. He's had opportunities.
He's had a great year with that company for sure. 2015?
2015 was year of Lethal.
Year of Lethal. Go on. Sorry.
Yeah, and no, that's completely I agree. But the thing is, let Dalton have the title just for a little while. Forget about Jay Lethal. Give us Dalton as champion.
You feel like no matter what happens, it's going to be Lethal's going to be back in that picture, whether Cody wins or if Dalton wins and Lethal's back in the picture. That'd probably be what the best thing you can get out of that. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I could totally see them going either way with this. It feels like the time is right for Dalton Castle, though. I agree. Like, it just feels like he's only been around it's like his third year really with the company. As Dalton fucking Castle now. He's had great match after great match. And he had the 6-man title, so he has a title run under his belt. So he's one of the most popular guys in the company. But you could totally see going with a Cody Lethal feud right after this, and then maybe giving Dalton Castle a shot, like Death Before Dishonor or something like that later in the year.
All-Star Extravaganza, Supercard.
That's the great thing about Ring of Honor.
Supercard.
You never really know sometimes which way they're going to go, and it usually works out for the most part. I don't think it unless somebody decides to leave.
Yeah, unless everything could be pretty peachy as long as they don't find out you're talking to WWE while you're under contract.
What other matches are you really looking forward to on that one?
I'm really, really looking forward to the tag team match between the Motor City Machine Guns and Best Friends. That's going to be a really, really good one. And whenever I forget who they were facing, I think it was the Addiction. I'm pretty sure it was the Addiction for to see who was going to face Motor City Machine Guns at Final Battle. I was so happy. But at the end, right when they went to end the program, I believe it was Alex Shelley and Trent Beretta hugged it out in the middle of the ring, and it was so great. It's the little things in wrestling that make me happy.
They and their Twitter accounts too. Yeah. Greg gets more money. Greg gets all the beatings because he gets paid more, no matter if we're on the same shows. Apparently, that's what they're going with.
I'm curious to see the television championship might be pretty cool, and then the Marty Scurll versus Lethal match is outside of the main event. That looks like it could be fantastic.
Dude, it's Bully Ray and Tommy Dreamer against the Briscoes in a New York street fight.
Oh, it's a street fight.
It's a street fight.
Oh, they're going to beat the fucking piss out of each other.
Oh, yeah, there's going to be blood. There's going to be blood.
Did you, kind of going with that, the lead up, I'm trying to remember. The week before last week, Mark and Jay showed up at 3D Academy looking... It was so good. It was intense. Like, they showed up at 3D Academy, and they were, like, freaking out, like, where's Bully? And just, there was 3 of his trainees in the ring.
Destroyed them.
Yeah. And, yeah, they were just...
Did they wreck the Did they wreck the joint?
Impact.
Yeah.
They wrecked it.
That's like Moose and his UFC tag team partner going into American Top Team gym and just wrecking the joint, stealing all their titles and breaking their merch.
It gets so much better.
Yes.
Jay goes into the ring, beats the shit out of the 2 guys. The woman is screaming bloody murder, and she's gonna call the cops. And Jay looks like he's gonna hit her, and she just freaks out, oh my god, it was sold so well. They're wrecking photos on the wall. And the funny thing is, Mark Briscoe's following Jay around with a video camera, and when he needs help, he goes, Mark, set the camera down, and he just makes sure it's properly adjusted.
He makes sure he's got a good viewing angle, and he goes, all right, let me just put that right there.
Exactly. It was so good. It was so good.
So that will be this Friday, Eastern time. That's going to be starting at what time? That's going to be.
It's usually around 9 p.m.
Eastern
usually.
Time. Yeah. Watch that on. You can go straight to Ring of Honor themselves, which is ROHWrestling.com.
Might be the best method.
The Fight TV app is probably your best bet, because if you buy it through there, you get it on demand whenever you want, and you can stream it to Chromecast, Xbox, PlayStation, all those things. That's usually the go-to place instead of buying it through cable. I think you can buy it through cable too.
Yeah, you could buy it through your cable provider as a pay-per-view, but you're going to be spending easily $35, maybe it's $35, I think. If you go through Ring of Honor, it might be slightly cheaper.
Well, I don't know, because on Fight TV it's $34.99.
Yeah, okay. I think that's the same your cable provider charges.
Yeah, so regardless of where you go, whatever works best for you. If you don't have cable, fuck them.
I'm gonna go ahead and
go with the
cross my app. I'm gonna cross my fingers and hope the Fight TV app doesn't go down.
I hate that.
Are they notoriously bad? Because I thought they were pretty.
No,
good.
They're not notoriously bad. They had a few pay-per-views where support was a little rough. I think there was one. What was it last year? It was it wasn't All-Star Extravaganza. I think it might have been with the anniversary show. We were having trouble watching it. You remember in the living room? It was
on the Fight TV app?
Yeah, because I was streaming it through the Chromecast, and it was
yeah. Sometimes
I bought that one. I was like, man. But I just waited for it to pop up on demand, and all the issues were corrected. Right. But that was hopefully no issues this time.
If you don't buy it, Jay Briscoe will show up at your house and wreck all of your family photos.
I might just not buy it just so I can see Jay Briscoe.
Oh my God, it's Jay Briscoe! Oh my God, yeah, destroy that shit. That's fine. I'll get new ones.
Everything in the garage. Yeah, let's do this. That TV's broken anyway.
Wait. Not my grandma. No.
To take the urn off the.
Oh God! Oh, I wasn't gonna go there, but okay. Yeah, smash it, smash him over the head with grandma. Fine, we'll go there. Don't worry, she would have liked it.
Not my girlfriend too. Oh
shit. All right. That's all the outside WWE stuff, right? Let's go through Monday Night Raw real quick. I'll have to do some editing on this later, and then we'll do the Stone Cold Locks. Raw was the better show again this week.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with you there. It was definitely, it had the pace, and it had some cool. I mean, the Woken Bray graphic battle just had you laughing your ass off the entire time.
Yeah. All right, we'll jump into that. I was going to start from the beginning, but that's fine. Yeah,
Lola's just going up and
I need to talk about this.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll let you go first then.
The thing, when they first introduced they kept teasing it for months and months because of whatever legal battle and so on and so forth. And when they did it, I was like, okay, I'm going to prepare for this being really, really terrible. Because if Vince had control...
okay.
Learning fast.
That's okay.
I was preparing for the worst possible situation with this. And then
As were we all.
when Matt had that delete fit after being defeated by Bray Wyatt, I was like, okay. And then the promo that we got this week, and I wrote it down specifically because I needed to talk about it and get it right. So let me go to my nerdy notes. Shit, I know I have these written down. It's like a full page. What the hell? No.
It was very good.
She's having a battle with her notes right now.
I found it.
You wrote. I hope you didn't use your computer because your computer was just like delete.
Boo.
Hey, can I say something about I thought the reason why it took so long is because the Hardy Boys was the tag team, and until Jeff got hurt, that's not what they were looking for. They were looking for Hardy Boys.
Right, and I think that's what it was. They just wanted
legal stuff aside.
And they also have to get everybody into that role too. They can't just bring it up and then not have anybody know.
They needed a perfect opportunity, right. And that was Bray Finn not happening.
Right.
Was the perfect opportunity.
God,
that would have been. Yeah, that matchup was so uninteresting.
Slammy goes to the mumps this year. But that failed joke. They set it up. They set it up perfectly. We got the backstory of Sister Abigail from Broken Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Like that set the precedent.
Ridiculous backstory.
But still, we've been wanting something about Sister Abigail, and they finally gave it to us in this weird, wonderful way.
Fought through the walls of all time with Cleopatra, and Sister Abigail is part of trapped in Bray Wyatt's vessel. And it's fucking weird. It's dumb and crazy, and I like it.
Yeah. Give me an opportunity. Go, sorry.
They gave us a backstory. They gave us a reason to care. They gave us the kind of insane cult leader, Bray Wyatt, we've been wanting since Elimination Chamber.
Since ever?
Every single time.
Yeah, and it's so good. I really, really hope they go balls out crazy with it. Within reason, obviously.
Yeah.
But they need to go balls out crazy with it.
It seems like they are doing that with the fact that they were just going from
I think you're
just punching those promos in every single time that it went from one person to the other, making fun of the Bray Wyatt that every time he comes in, you have that weird, goofy, whatever, creepy shit, and then the Broken Matt is just woken and a terrible freaking CGI screen drop.
I think you both are like me.
Premiere effects, right?
I think you're both like me. You just wanted something to sink your teeth into, something to buy into. Tell you what, Matt's doing this goofy Woken gimmick. Every casual fan I show it to goes, dude, what the fuck is up with Matt's voice? Condition. Yeah. And then telling and then giving us a story where Sister Abigail is an entity similar to his throughout space and time. Just gave us something to sink. Yeah, that sounds like and it's great. It's a dumb pro wrestling story that you could buy into. I just want to buy in.
Yeah.
Where do I buy in?
That's the thing.
Give me the Vanguard one.
Yeah,
give me Vanguard one.
They had a GIF of Vanguard one booty.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. The IRL, the social media, the reality angle is what's killing me the most with Raw. I feel like it's a lot more on Raw than it is on SmackDown.
Yeah.
But when they introduce too much reality, I'm just like, just give me something I can buy in. It doesn't have to be real all the time.
Right.
It doesn't have to be real all the time, but
wrestling is at its core is fucking stupid.
yeah, I need to be able to suspend disbelief. I can't suspend the disbelief if everything I saw on Total Divas felt fucking true. Yeah, well, maybe she is a bitch. You know? No, I want to be.
Takes from Joshua.
Exactly. Yeah.
But at some point, there needs to be, because we had things like the Undertaker,
Gone.
the
He's done.
Man, and all these like bigger than life characters. We have Alice. Look at the great successes that we have in NXT right now. Aleister Black and Velveteen Dream. Those are out of this world characters. You will not see that. Whatever that is, just walking down the streets, you wouldn't see. Well, you probably could see Ric Flair.
I think
as
if
the
you
character, that's like that's such an exaggerated thing, and they don't have enough of those on either of these shows.
Exactly. When I see Baron Corbin on the streets, I want to meet Baron Corbin. You know, when I see Bray Wyatt on the street, I want it to be Bray Wyatt's sister Abigail. When I see Matt Hardy on the street, he's gonna give me all this weirdo nonsense, and I'm gonna be like, I need to call the police or something. Because the Undertaker may show up. Undertaker may show up on the Raw 25th anniversary, but then
But he's not part of the show.
That's it. That's kind of it. He's gonna be sprinkled in at best.
They've gone to a little. I agree with what you're saying. They've gone a lot more so far as into the like just real people.
Reality aspect, and it's rough
and stuff like that. But
it's rough.
No, sometimes you gotta have a spooky demon.
It's rough, and it's hard, especially when you wake up and you see a superstar was arrested for a real life thing. You're like, come on.
Let me escape reality.
Yes, I'm trying to. That's the reason I watch this stuff. Right. Because reality stinks.
The opening of Raw was fucking fantastic again. Because Samoa Joe just put his dick on the table.
Jesus.
It's like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm still here.
Lola, are you still here after that?
What?
No.
Samoa Joe is the greatest. That's what he did. He told everybody, hey, I whooped all y'all. Let's go. Get out here.
I was not ready for immediate Samoa Joe promo. Let me just say. But wonderful. I love how he just goes, I'm not impressed by the Shield. I'm not impressed by the guy whose leg I snapped on my first night here. Ouch.
That was awesome.
Num, 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 num.
That's him eating up and buying in.
I was going to say, that's the noise
Samoa
I
Joe
made
is
when
another
I saw
character
Samoa...
you can buy in.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, that's the noise I made when I saw Samoa Joe on my television.
Oh, boy.
I'm using this one a lot today.
She was. She did. She was sticking around after the dick on the table comment. Ooh, tell me more.
You gotta want it!
God. Well, Lola, are you familiar with the verb we use when Joe makes his statement? It's Joed.
Anytime, I gotta turn it into a meme of just everybody getting choked out and just putting Joed.
Joed. Massive Uranagi to Dean. Joed.
Attacks Jason Jordan backstage. Joed.
Oh, God.
The only thing I didn't like about the Shield bar Samoa Joe stuff that's been happening is I don't need any more singles matches between Sheamus, Cesaro, Dean Ambrose, and Seth fucking Rollins. As much as I love Seth Rollins.
Yeah. They don't have singles titles. Well, they don't have titles at all, but they wouldn't have singles titles. The bar has tag team titles. Let's see some tag team action.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah.
We know Gallows and Anderson still work here. I thought we were going to have a whole segment with them.
They decided to call Titus Worldwide a bunch of nerds.
Right. Gimmick infringement, but we're okay with it.
And the thing is with that, I don't mind the singles matches because we've gotten some great showings from the single match.
Yeah, but we've seen
Roman
them 6
Cesaro.
times already.
Yeah, but
No, Roman Cesaro's for a title though.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's right. But
but still,
just in general, as long as we keep getting good showcases, I don't mind. If it's a slow burn, I'm okay with it for right now.
I just want them to be done with the tag team part of the feud. Like, have them fight other people, because I've seen Cesaro, Dean Ambrose, Cesaro, and Rollins about 4 or 5 times, and I'm getting exhausted.
Yes, they eat up quite a bit. Not complaining, but totally complaining. They eat up quite a bit of the show. When there's other guys, like I'd like to, because there's other guys that are not going to be on not going to be on Royal Rumble. They just aren't.
They're going to be in the Rumble.
They might. They'll be in the Rumble. They'll get swiftly eliminated when their time is right. But outside of that, tag team wise, there's unless they book another multi tag team match, it's going to be mostly. I feel like it's going to be mostly multi-mans or singles going into the Royal Rumble. So give me some goddamn tag team action in the meantime.
You have other people that work there just to give people some, like, have them interfere with their matches or something like that. Like, that's good enough.
I don't know.
Have to. It's
I don't
just,
know.
But just the non-title singles match between Seth and a combination of Sheamus and Cesaro, I'm done with at this point.
I got a
great matches.
I got a question, Lola. If you gave Raw a letter grade, what would it be?
Oh, geez. I would have to say a solid B-.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. I think it would have been ready to go into SmackDown Live. I'm ready to go into SmackDown Live.
I just wanted to, we didn't mention the scene on the Tonight Show, but that's fine. The other thing is Drew Gulak is amazing.
Yes.
That's the other thing I need to have to say. Absolution attacks Asuka. That was there too. You know what? The women's stuff I've got. It's okay.
It's painful.
It's painful because they're doing the same exact thing on Raw. It's just like
on both shows.
Like, come on, you couldn't do anything different this time around. And you're all like they had us going at first, like, all right, it's gonna be a gauntlet match, and there are ladies picking sides already. You got Natalya was trying to pick sides with Riot Squad because she doesn't want to be on the end of 6 boots. But then, so that was going great. But then, after a singles match, it was a singles match.
Yeah.
After a singles match, just the rest of the locker room decides to show up and give them all the boots. I'm like, no. You were picking sides 5 seconds ago, and now you're all just smashing Riot Squad. No. You're tired of Charlotte having the gold. What? This doesn't make sense to me.
Right. Especially with the heels siding with faces that are siding with heel. Like, what?
Yeah.
Stop.
Ah.
But that's SmackDown.
Like,
for the stuff that they had on Raw.
That's them dropping the ball.
Like I said on Twitter, it's like Vince wants something from creative. Creative takes a piece of paper out of the trash and uses it for both shows.
Well, let's recycle this idea.
You're doing almost exactly the same thing. Except the only difference is that Riot Squad is just going after the entire division, where Absolution is starting to get into a thing with Asuka, but it ends up being 3 versus 6 or 7 or whatever anyway. And you can do so much more with what you have here, and they're just not. It's almost the same finish to both big segments with the women.
Not to mention they rushed the whole thing too.
Yeah.
No entrances. We're just getting right to it.
Yeah.
I was so mad that we got cheated out of those entrances.
Right.
Yeah.
I was ready to woo on my TV, and I got robbed.
The one last thing that I would like to mention from Raw, especially it sort of has something to do with Drew Gulak. I am totally shipping for Nia Jax.
Shipping?
Yeah, and Enzo Amore.
Was that the right verb?
Tumblr.
Yeah, see?
Tumblr.
She got it.
Oh, okay. That's some of that street lingo I'm not familiar with yet.
It's a fan service term thing of endearment, meaning that you...
Fan service? You make it sound like porn. Oh, never mind. It kind of
Yeah.
is. Never mind. Continue.
Yeah.
I'm just getting on
Fan
board
fiction
with...
is bad.
I'm just getting on board with that stuff is fire, and now you're telling me, what, shipping?
Yeah, no. It's a good thing.
All right, so point is,
Yeah,
you're on board.
Enzo and Nia Jax for sure.
I don't know. Oh no, Nia, baby, love yourself. What is you doing?
Oh no, baby, no.
I think she could squash a guy who weighs 205 or under.
I like her being
That'd be
his
fun.
muscle.
Right? Would that be fun?
Yeah.
But the thing is with that, she is a strong, independent woman, and I'm not. I wish I were joking. She doesn't need no rat Enzo.
She wants what she wants.
Hey, even strong, independent women want some loving.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I do like the comedy aspect you brought into it.
I hope it's a way for her to get to Drew.
Oh.
Oh. Okay, I will be behind that.
She did. She liked his PowerPoint presentation.
She certainly did, sir.
I will be, that ends up being I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
See, guys, 205 Live isn't hot garbage.
Not anymore, it's not. It's
not.
actually kind of interesting a little bit.
Good luck touring, but I'm definitely not going to call the show hot garbage.
Yeah, not so much anymore. So that's all there was for, I think, Monday Night Raw. There wasn't too much else. I mean, Raw was good. The IC title match was good, but we all knew he wasn't going to win.
Mm-hmm.
That was another one of those, oh, this is good. Oh, god damn it.
Row man.
Why are we, if you're going to finish it that way, then why did you work the arm the entire match?
Yeah. Oh, no.
You then have to pick up
that's right.
the fucking giant Swiss man
with the same bad arm.
Use your
also,
left.
With that, can we just talk about the ridiculous Falcon Arrow superplex on one leg?
Love it.
Yeah, awesome.
Every time.
It's never not good.
You see, the difference is Seth actually balanced himself on his good leg, where Roman just used his bad arm, not in 40%, but 85%. It's just nope, bad arm and all, splat.
The one thing that I think everybody just kind of got a bad taste in their mouth at the end of it was the main event of Monday Night Raw, your monstrous main event, Joshua. Monstrous! It's monstrous!
We're reinforcing the ring, and I think the best part was you called the finish before the match even started.
I also think Total Divas Eps on Twitter did as well. It's I hope this ends in a double countout.
Oh, that's where it came from.
It fucking did.
I will.
Exactly. That's the reason.
Lola, were you? Well, going in, I was arguing with him because I'm like, no, this is great. It's a #1 contender match. They've been going at it for a month now. Let's put a stip and then get a finish and put a bow on this son of a bitch, and then we'll see the guy who lost at Royal Rumble because he's gonna show up in that Universal title match, right?
I just want Kane to go away.
Exactly.
Kane to go away.
Exactly.
We all just want him to go away.
And we did not get that.
We just want it to be over. Enough of this already.
As far we were talking about kayfabe characters like that, Kane is just a character that I personally I can't buy into anymore. He's just I can't.
It's one of the things where it was good in his prime, even that.
Corporate Kane ruined it for me.
I like Corporate Kane. It was enough ridiculous with I can't even think of the name. With Stephanie and Triple H, that was good. I liked that. It was like creepy businessman, and it was hilarious.
Yes. It definitely had its pluses, especially when he was talking about we were talking about some evil undertone centric corporate lingo. That was funny, but then it was before that. It was like a good year before that. He's wrestling in his dress pants. And didn't have any of that personality on display, so it was kind of like,
Yeah, it's just...
He traded the suit for a bad wig.
I'm fine with a bald Kane. He doesn't have to have this fake. That's probably it. It's probably it. They're trying too much for a throwback Kane when it's, like you said, Howard, 2017.
Yeah. It's just, I don't need Kane. I understand why he's there. It's to put Braun Strowman over, but I think most of us would agree it should have fucking ended last night.
What if
Monday night?
You know what would really help? If he didn't wear a mask anymore. Paint his face. Don't wear a mask. Paint his face. Something different.
You got to stick with one thing or another. And if you're going to go
change
with
it.
the mask,
Change it up.
Tell him to get rid of the ridiculous panty line in his onesie.
What? Panty line?
It's so gross.
Know what she's paying attention to.
Madam, they're called boxers.
No,
Chuck's.
I keep
No, 'cause
having to
it's
use
like-
this same thing. It's all day long.
She comes in here giving me props on my B cup, pointing out panty lines like. This is Lola Bradbury working blue, folks.
Well, it's just we just need this fucking feud to be done already. Like I said, I even think when everybody was making a big deal about whether it should be number one contender or not, I was saying the same thing. As long as it ends tonight, I'll be fine. But it didn't, which is what I was worried about, and it didn't.
Nope.
So boo to Monday Night Raw. But here, let's do this. We're way over time this week. But where is it? It's here somewhere.
It's time for the World Heavyweight Podcast.
What?
Stone Cold Locks.
What? And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold sets it.
World Heavyweight Podcast, Stone Cold Locks. Hashtag Stone Cold Locks. Follow us at the WHPC on Twitter. Make your voice heard. And you can vote in the monthly, weekly, biannually, whatever it is, Stone Cold Locks polls that we put out there. It's just a couple of nerds competing over there. We're going to have somebody keep track of this for next year, because I said this the first year.
Shot not.
I said this. No, how about you actually do something for the show?
No.
And you keep track of who wins and who loses every time.
Me,
I'm
win
doing all the other
time.
stuff on Twitter and everything.
I
Not
win
true, sir.
all the time.
Not true, sir. I won the last one.
Yes, you did.
Oh.
I'm not saying you didn't. She
You-
is our reigning, defending, undisputed Stone Cold Locks champion, and her first title defense for the pay-per-view coming up this Sunday. No NXT this week. We are getting NXT tonight.
Yeah,
on
it's 7.
USA Network, but I'm saying no takeover. So,
Oh, yeah.
Clash of Champions, Boston, Massachusetts, this Sunday. We'll start off look. Congratulations. Congratulations is in order because Breezango is on the card.
Yes, they made it.
They've done it. They are on the show, people.
And they're going to die.
Maybe.
They didn't have to
going to
swerve
die.
anybody this time to get on the show. Like,
Right.
let's go back to they're like, oh, your mystery partners for tonight. We're gonna have a match, and it's Ascension.
Fandango and Tyler Breeze as Breezango take on the newly arrived, terrifying Bludgeon Brothers.
2B for short.
2B. They've solved the case, sir. If you haven't got a chance to see the most recent Fashion Files, it was a YouTube exclusive this week.
Yes.
It's about 4 minutes long. Very funny. The Ascension show up to their own funeral.
Spoilers.
And it turns out that Josh was right. They are immune to poison gas. Because the atmosphere of the wasteland is poison gas and like child's tears or something.
Sadness. Sadness and poison gas. Turns out we're immune to poison gas.
Sadness of WWE creative.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
Hey, they are golden shovel winners the very first year out.
Yes. The Raspberry Award of the wrestling
with
world.
The World Heavyweight Podcast Awards. Hashtag WHPC Awards. Stay tuned to Twitter. Give us your breakout star of the year at the WHPC on Twitter. Hashtag WHPC.
Vote Strowman. Oh, sorry.
Well, yeah. No, he's totally a nominee for sure. Strowman, definitely. Breakout star of the year.
Oh, okay. For a
No,
second, I thought you were still
breakout
talking
star
about
of the
Golden Shovel. I'm like, no, definitely not.
Golden Shovel.
Braun!
Yeah. Who do you got for 2B or the Breezango?
2B, brother.
Yeah, Lola.
2B or not 2B. It's going to be 2B.
I wanted to be all out ridiculous with costumes, and I in my heart I want Breezango to win by swerving them with ridiculous costumes, but I have to go Bludgeon Brothers. Watch that happen now that I said Bludgeon Brothers.
Bludgeon Brothers also need to drop the fucking hammers unless they start using them on people.
What if they use them on Breezango?
It's fine.
No.
They have
That would
to
be
start
terrible. That would be terrible, sir.
It would be, but they have to start using them, or else the gimmick just doesn't make sense. Like, why do you have hammers? Showed us like using hammers in all the promos and the vignettes, break somebody's ankles.
Yeah.
Jeez,
Smash
that's
them-
escalated.
Smash them smarks from the crowd.
Yeah. We got the. What was that? They were the ones that made that one dude scream really crazy, right?
Yes.
Shit.
that too.
Did you guys see someone actually edited that scream into Seth Rollins music?
Burn it down.
Yeah, put me down for Tubi as well. Oh, right, I have a sounder to play. It's over here now. Oh, wrong one.
No, wrong one. Do not cut that out.
No. Next up, we've got a fantastic tag team championship match, in my opinion. This is one of the few things that they're getting kind of right on this show. I mean, SmackDown
Absolutely.
was kind of rough this week. It was not that great.
Hey,
It was amazing. It was
SmackDown?
so good.
I mean, I'm gonna defend it, Lola. Owens and the Owens Zayn story is one of the best stories on the show.
That the Aiden English Rusev, which I prefer much more over vaudevillains ever thought about being.
Oh yeah, because Rusev's amazing.
Yeah, but yeah, the Kevin and Sammy thing, being complete dicks, being ridiculous. Sammy angsty bouncing to Kevin's me. Oh, it's so good.
Triple yep.
Yep.
Quadruple yep.
Yep. So we have your defending champions, the Usos, taking on the New Day, Shelton,
Benjamin.
Chad, Gable.
Oh, can they someone write them better promos? Oh my God. Good Lord. That was rough.
And Rusev Day in a fatal 4-way tag team match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. This is one of the few things I think that's been just good every week. We've gotten great matches. We've got pancakes all the time.
A lot of pancakes.
So much pancakes. It's ridiculous. Did I say it on the show, or were we talking about it before, where they were talking about the Match Classic and Big E's using like the pancakes like a loofah? Just like rubbing himself down with pancakes.
Just patting the sweat, baby.
Fucking ridiculous.
And someone ate that. Ugh.
Hey, what are you going to do?
Cakes.
And then coming into this, Rusev Day has now gotten 2 giant wins over the Usos, or the Usos, right? And the New Day. That's a pretty big deal, sir. And madam.
Discuss.
Let me hang on.
I'm not sure if you're ending your thought.
No, I don't. I don't know. They built up Rusev and Aiden for 2 weeks, but I feel like it's gonna be like you're handing a piece of candy to a baby just to snatch it away.
Candy.
That's how and that's how I feel about it. But I'm torn on this because I really want Usos to retain, but I really want to see Aiden and Rusev with the titles for a little while.
I think it's not their time yet, and they might be the next ones in. I think your most likely winner of this is either going to be the Usos
or Shelton.
Yeah, for me. Go ahead.
I don't know. I'm so torn. Like,
Well, Josh, here's what you do. You go first.
Usos.
Immediately, it's like, nope, Uso Penitentiary.
Locked down.
I'm going to go with Benjamin and Gable.
All right.
I gotta go with
Alphas 2.0. Come on, Lola. What day is it, Lola? What day is today?
You know what I'm gonna say? No, I'm gonna go against my gut and watch it happen. I gotta go Uso Penitentiary.
Locked. Alrighty, next up, we're going to go to the U.S. title match. We've got a triple threat match between your current champion, Baron Corbin, Bobby Roode, and Dolph Ziggler. All of the heat that the United States Championship had before Baron Corbin got it, it's fucking gone.
I feel like they're fighting over a spotlight more than a title.
There's nothing here. There's like little to nothing here. It was so hot.
It was
and Kevin had
it got mathematical, and then I think that might have killed some of the steam behind it because we started joking about it.
It just doesn't do anything. Like Baron Corbin is just. It's not Baron Corbin. It's just they haven't gone anywhere with it. It's like, oh, we're just gonna throw 2 other guys in here, and they just didn't really give us any stories.
If anybody needs some social media beef, it's these 3 guys because outside of that, what else is there?
And I think Survivor Series didn't help.
No.
Because you had to put all of this on hold.
Because Survivor Series wasn't about them.
Right. And you had to put all this stuff on hold, and now you're kind of trying to resurrect it out of nowhere when there really wasn't anything going on in the first place for it. So I think Baron Corbin wins. Like, Baron Corbin keeps this, right?
That's a lock?
Yeah, Baron Corbin keeps this, right?
I vote. Well, number one, I lock in bathroom break. Number two, Scott Steiner will probably show up out of fucking nowhere.
Holla if you hear me.
Oh,
But it will swerve us all if Dolph Ziggler wins it. I don't think he will. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Dolph Ziggler. Screw it.
there goes her title.
Hey,
Yeah.
you know what? To her benefit, of the three guys in this match, the one with the most interesting background storyline going on, well, a real life storyline, is Dolph Ziggler, who on the ENC pod said like, I'm not sure how much longer I could do this.
Yeah.
Like it's getting like I'm the gatekeeper, and we're going a little beyond that, where I'm just not getting.
The guy that loses all the time.
His credibility has been in question for a long time coming now, and what a way to shut a lot of people up if he did win the United States Championship.
It would be.
Did he ever have that before?
Yes.
He had it once.
Last time he had it was he lost it to Zack Ryder. This was in like, poof. That was a great fucking feud too.
This was like 2009, was it?
Should have won it on the previous pay-per-view, but they were not putting Zack Ryder into anything. And he had this huge
backburner
swell.
Backburner Zack Ryder, right?
Yeah. When he was doing the True Island Story.
2011, right?
Yeah, it was 2011, 2012, and then he just kept getting fucked over, and then the fans pretty much forced them to put Zack Ryder in a U.S. title match, and then he went over. I think that was the same night that Daniel Bryan won the World Heavyweight Championship, and CM Punk also still had the WWE title at the time. But anyway, so you got to pick somebody.
Let's spread our bets around. I got Bobby. Bobby. Glorious.
Locked.
Glorious
Yeah,
lock.
just sing it.
Next, the Lumberjill match, because we don't know what we're doing with the women's division, so we'll just put them all around the ring so everybody can see everybody. Charlotte Flair.
I love how I said Lumber Jill.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what you said.
it's always like
Iron Woman, Lumber Jill.
Charlotte Flair, your current SmackDown champion, is defending that title against Natalya. I have no idea what they're doing with the women's division, other than some people don't like everybody. Some people
We're gonna shake things up.
I guess. Everybody keeps talking about maybe a 20-woman Rumble.
I think that's what's
Don't know
distracting
what-
everybody from this story is like, what are we gonna do with all these ladies now? How about we
Just make the stories.
how about we
interesting.
how about we intensify this story and have a have it finish.
Yeah.
Give what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
when something comes to the conclusion.
And
We need this.
we need a nice finale.
My tag team partner just jumped off the corner. Is like, nope, this is all you, man. I need the tag. We need a payoff. Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you to nobody. We need this. We need some stories to have some payoffs, right?
Yeah, we need some stories for these ladies. We thought we were getting one. It turns out it's the same thing that's happening on Monday Night Raw.
Don't get me wrong. A tag team ladies would be awesome, but let's get back to what's actually happening on Sunday. That would be.
I don't know. I would just like Carmella to tease a cash-in during all this.
Yeah,
just tease it. Let us know you're here.
Yeah, I believe you pointed out Tuesday. Like, man, I feel like I got robbed of something. That could have been a great opportunity to maybe fake a cash in, something.
Charlotte's just laying there by the side of the ring.
Right.
Like, do that. I'd rather you tease that than have Naomi's comeback was great though.
It was a great comeback.
The pop was amazing.
That was.
I got emotional.
And then the lightning fists to the face.
Yes. She's just mashing the turbo button. Bah, 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 bah.
Body blow, body blow, body blow, body blow.
Combo breaker. But the fact that we were robbed of Carmella going, hey, have you met my briefcase? Let me show you in the face a couple more times.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So
she'll have a ringside. But picks. What's your picks?
I'm gonna say Charlotte retains.
Right. Josh?
Ooh, this is gonna be. Oh man,
Well,
I'm gonna.
You've got a lot of the ladies outside. I don't think they're gonna be.
Try not to factor any of them into your
yeah,
decision.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go with Natalya squeaking a win.
I'm gonna go with Miss Flair as well. Does anybody think that we're gonna see a cash in?
No.
It would be completely out of nowhere.
It would.
I mean, a mess has to happen in order for that to happen. But if there's a place that it could happen, you've got a lot of bodies around the ring.
But the thing is with that, if with a possible cash in or just a tease, I don't want Carmella to be at ringside. I kind of just want her to show up like, hey guys, you remember me? Yeah, I have this.
Lumberjills, get your butts down there.
I know, but I just would love for Carmella just to stand everybody up and then cash in or tease a cash in. Yeah. That would make it so much better.
Absolutely would.
Just something. She hasn't done it. We only know that the briefcase has a name now.
Frankie.
Yeah, I guess so. Next up, we've got our final two matches, our co-main event, if you will. Let's go with the WWE Championship match because I think the other one is going to end up main eventing. Believe it or not,
probably.
Is you've got the champ that runs the camp, the phenomenal AJ Styles, your reigning defending World Heavyweight Champion, WWE Champion, whatever they're calling it this week. They changed the belt. Did anybody else notice that, or was that just me?
Yeah, the red line is gone.
Yeah,
isn't
see?
it?
Yeah, and it's a little bit more sleeker.
There's
no red in that belt at all.
Different accents. Well, yeah, because it's about time they pay a little more attention to their branding.
Right.
That's one title belt they've changed a couple times. A few little tweaks here and there, but no dramatic changes until like kind of this week.
Yeah, and it just I think it's only a matter of time before maybe that turns blue at some point too.
Mm-hmm.
But versus the modern day Maha, get the fuck out of here already.
Microaggression. Hit him. How intolerant of you, sir. He is a modern day Maharaja.
He is. But that segment was terrible.
Oh my God, that was pretty painful.
His feet smell like buttered chicken.
Oh.
So his feet are chicken parm?
Roasted garlic butter chicken. Are you trying to make me hungry? Yeah. This is weird.
That sounds like
I think the Singh brothers have a foot fetish, honestly.
Could be.
Whatever keeps them on TV at this point. Because they're like, oh man, I really hope we still have jobs after this gig.
I just don't care anymore. Like, I like AJ Styles, but we have to move. This feud has to end. Like, we need somebody new after this going into the Royal Rumble.
This is like the SmackDown version of the Kane feud. Like this, yeah. we need to grab our stamper, stamp this finished, and send it on its way.
Right. Get the fuck out of here. And we can't have Jinder Mahal with the title at Royal Rumble. We just can't. He's got to get into the Rumble, and that's where he shows up. But he cannot have a title match with the title at Royal Rumble. No. No.
Would you rather he be in the? Would you rather be in the Royal Rumble?
God! No, God, please, no.
Would you rather be in the Rumble and potentially win?
Delete.
Yep, just delete everything. Delete everything.
You gotta put. Delete. I gotta. I lock in bath and break once again.
God damn it, woman! Hurry up!
You keep dropping out. I vote AJ Styles.
No, go to do your bathroom break.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
She's like, I'm trying to give you a lock, stupid.
I do have to. Never mind. But
well, isn't that what she was saying? You had to go to. I thought you said you had to go to.
She just did on herself right now.
No, I said a lock and bathroom break for that match.
Oh. I thought you were saying you had to go to the bathroom. I was going to pause everything when we started. You said you were like a bladder like the size of a gerbil.
I thought she was going for the running joke, but I guess not.
I forget what I was even going to say. I vote AJ Styles with Singh brother interference on his part. With them actually siding with him and not faking him out.
No, they said that they made it very clear that he's
Lola, baby,
they're
what is
still
you
with,
doing?
Jinder. They made that incredibly clear that they're still with Jinder.
Social media.
Okay, so I just vote AJ then. I take back no lock-in yet.
Forget everything I just said. Cut that out.
It'll be an okay match. There's never a bad AJ Styles match. Even the last time they fought, it wasn't a bad match either. It just needs to be over. It's just everybody's going AJ here, right?
Yeah.
Let's lock that one in.
Yeah.
There's if AJ doesn't win, you're probably going to have a riot in Boston. They're not exactly always
a tea party, maybe.
They aren't exactly historically the most tolerant of people.
No. Come on, you can't count every little faux pas that happens in the NHL.
Moving on.
Bruins fans are jerks.
Randy Orton, Shinsuke Nakamura versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. 2 referees. Giant stipulations. The Yep movement is here. I love the Yep. The Yep movement is fucking wonderful.
Yep.
We were out, and so we didn't. I just caught that on Twitter first, and the first thing I see is Sammy and Kevin with what seems to be Yes shirts, which they are, because there's still Daniel Bryan's on the back, and they just had P's over the top of the S, and all I saw was the GIFs. I'm like, oh my god, this is going to be the greatest thing ever.
Oh, I lost my shit completely. But, like, this has been so good. And I love how they brought up in the ring segment last night that their indie history with each other. That was really great.
Yes, finally. And they even on commentary, Daniel Bryan was making reference to that, too. And Byron, this is why I love Daniel Bryan, is because he thinks of things logically, and he brings that all up. It's like, wait, I fought both of these guys before. Sure, it wasn't here, but he almost killed me. He gouged my eye, and he gave me a detached retina at the time. Like,
I was in the hospital.
He tried to blind me. Do you think I don't forget that? It's like, just because it didn't happen here doesn't mean it doesn't count.
You're still going to remain impartial on Sunday, right?
Right.
Yeah, sort of.
I do love how they're teasing Daniel Bryan getting back into the ring a whole lot right now. And if you're not going to do that, please stop teasing him. Because
I disagree. That's not what they're going for. They're trying to put the biggest star on the show on the freaking show.
Right.
He's going to be a guest He's going to be essentially a guest referee. He's not. I don't see him taking any bumps.
But I feel like I'm not saying he's going to take any bumps tonight or to Sunday. I just feel like with this whole thing that's now been brewing in the last 3 or 4 weeks, 3 weeks, I'd say 3 weeks, between Shane and Daniel Bryan, that you're almost kind of building up this thing where Daniel Bryan may actually have to get involved, like involved.
Oh, he's getting involved.
But I mean, like, really involved as far as a match, because most guys, like, yeah, they'll do the referee thing, but maybe this is a way of slowly introducing him into the fact that, hey, he might. Could you imagine if Daniel Bryan shows up at the Royal Rumble?
I'll pee. Like.
Yeah, no, I agree. I may wet myself in excitement. I may do it. It would be. Remember how crazy I got when Red Dragon showed up at NXT?
You were pretty crazy.
Yeah, it'll be like that.
We're about to have a match in the stands. You're like, oh my god, they're coming! I'm like, I know. If you shake me again, I will put you in a headlock.
I was really excited. I was not expecting Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly fucking everything up.
He was marking hard, but to your point, like, that's exactly something you would want. DB lowballing the last month. Yeah, like, there's a good chance I'm going to wrestle again. There's a very small chance it's going to be in WWE.
I'd love to see. Comes out 30 at the Rumble. Are you kidding me? The crowd would the roof would blow off the top.
The building would crumble.
Yeah, it would be insane. It would be pure insanity. People would be losing their fucking shit, throwing stuff into the ring just out of sheer excitement. But
watch, you say that, and then you're gonna get lucha.
dare I say for if they were to go that route, not to get too, we're going a little too far off topic here, but not to get, if they were to go that route, I think Daniel Bryan would need to change brands. He needs to have to switch brands so he's on the Raw brand. If he shows up in the Rumble and he wins, then that means he has that dream match that you've wanted for a while. Daniel Bryan versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship.
Or we can get Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles.
That would be good too, but that doesn't make a whole lot of sense because he's just been a big fan of AJ's. He was his if I'm not mistaken, he was his liaison. He was his mic man leading up to the last pay-per-view.
Yeah, I don't know. It would be cool. What do you got? All right, so the stipulation. If Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn lose,
Dunzo,
they're out.
Fired.
They're gone. Finito.
Sacked.
Has
Dunzo.
been. Past tense. Gone. Over.
Not Finn over. Over!
And your two referees, Daniel Bryan, Shane McMahon. There will be a fucked up finish to this, folks. But I think we kind of know who's going to stick around after January doing social media. So I think we're just going to all lock in. Actually, you know what? They could be around, but just because it finishes wonky, it might end up being different. But we're all going Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, right?
Yeah. Shit, yeah.
Any other thoughts there, Lola?
But yeah, it is a little bit of a mess with two referees, and I see why they're doing it. I understand why they're doing it, but it would have been have Daniel be that disappointed dad, kind of him alluding to being upset with Shane and his choices, but don't have him as a guest referee. Kind of have him in the background, then come out like we all would have him be in the background, but not show up as a referee. Just have him come out.
You know, I agree, and I'm going to go because of adding Daniel Bryan as a second guest referee. I'm gonna go for the most pessimistic ending, and that is my lock will be Nakamura and Randy Orton get the pin on either Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn, and guess what? Daniel Bryan's got to count the 3. How screwed up would that be?
We shall see, sir.
Does that mean they're fired? Maybe for a couple hours, but come next week, I don't see that staying around.
Locked. And you know when we'll find out? This Sunday at about 11 o'clock. Only on the WWE Network.
I have both you guys for Owens and Zayn, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Locked in.
We're good to go.
Dun.
Yeah. Follow us at the WHPC on Twitter. Get in those votings. We have like I said, a couple of weeks ago, we have a Discord chat somewhere. That if you can find it, if you want to get in the live tweeting, the chat room and everything like that, hit us up at the WHPC on Twitter. Like us, Facebook.com/World Heavyweight Podcast, iTunes, Stitcher, all that stuff. Lola's doing very well for herself as well. Now you can see her every week on That Wrestling Podcast. And do you have any other interviews or things coming up this week? Because I know you
plugs,
had
madam,
David
plugs.
Starr recently. Yes, plug your things.
Hair plugs.
But yeah, I live tweet for TWM News UK at TWM News UK. I'm an honorary Brit, according to them, which is cool. You can catch me on Periscope. This is going to be out tomorrow anyway, right?
Yeah, it'll be up like in an hour after we're done, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, with that being said, my final Periscopes of 2017 will be this Friday at 4 p.m. and I'm up in the air if I'm going to do it on Sunday. But my last Periscopes of 2017, I'm going to be on a little bit of a hiatus from the 18th till the 1st of January. Not really anything planned interview-wise. I am, however, doing an interview. I'm giving my first interview to S Marks, the Spot Wrestling Podcast. It's going to be very, very freaking cool. I'm nervous. I'm excited. I feel like The Miz or John Cena being on the Today Show, so that's going to be cool. But yeah, I think that's about it. And hopefully 2018 will be fucking incredible, even more fucking incredible with you guys and at the you guys at the WHPC.
Yes, we
are. You guys in
that,
at TWM News UK. So again, thank you guys for having me on. It's been an incredible year and just.
Yeah, no problem. We'll probably be doing the hashtag WHPC Awards, so You guys, we put up Breakout Star of the Year in the tweets and on the Facebook and everything there. If you want to get your nominees, get those in. We will be taking a break off for Christmas. So once Christmas comes, I think we're going to be taking we're going to have like 2 weeks off. We will come back after the new year, but we'll have a couple of shows until then, so we're not there yet. But we will be doing that, and we'll get the nominations for Wrestler of the Year, Breakout Star of the Year, male and female wrestler of the year, tag team of the year, breakout star of the year, and our golden shovel. And we'll do that like maybe first, second week of January. So start sending us nominations. We'll do this week. We'll do tag team of the year. How about that?
Yeah,
sounds good.
Ooh.
We'll start doing our nominations for tag team of the year. So go to @the_WHPC on Twitter, or again, like I said, Facebook.com/World Heavyweight Podcast. Use the hashtag WHPC Awards and send us your nominations for Tag Team of the Year. They can be from
You have to say it
anywhere,
like
folks.
Shelton Benjamin. Tag Team of the Year.
Please vote. We got kids. Haven't met them yet, but we got them.
Just give us nominations, and with all the nominations, we'll be able to put out a nice top 4. And then we'll put out them in a giant long Twitter poll that we'll leave up probably New Year's Day, somewhere around there, we'll say.
Yeah.
All right? So that's it. I'm Howie Farewell. That over there is Josh Rivera. And over there through the Skype machine at Lola_Bradbury, Lola Bradbury. We'll see you guys next week.
Stadler?
Yeah, what?
Is that it?
Yes, it's over. How'd you like it?
I don't know. I slept through the whole thing.
Well, you didn't miss much.